Welcome to Master the Idiom. Today, we're going to tackle a phrase that I bet you've heard a million times, step out of your comfort zone. But what does it actually mean? And, why should you even bother? Let's dive right in and find out. So, first things first, let me ask you a question. Just take a second and think about it. Where do you feel most safe? Completely at ease? Maybe it's when you're speaking your native language, or doing a hobby you're really good at, or even just sticking to your daily routine. That's your comfort zone. It's that place where everything's familiar, it feels easy, and you've got it all under control. You got a picture of that place in your head? Perfect.
All right, so now that you're thinking about that cozy, comfortable place, let's talk about what it actually means to step out of it. So, when you boil it all down, stepping out of your comfort zone is all about making a choice, a deliberate choice. It's when you look at something new or difficult, or maybe even something that kind of scares you, and you decide to go for it anyway. And the real point here isn't just about facing a challenge for the sake of it. Nope, it's about what you get on the other side. Real, actual growth and brand new experiences. It's that sweet spot, where you're challenged just enough to really learn and get better.
Okay, so talking about it is one thing, right? But let's see how this powerful phrase actually plays out in the real world. We're about to check out a few examples that really show how this idea pops up in all sorts of different situations.
And here's a huge one. Deciding to study abroad, that's like the classic example. Just think about it. You're leaving behind everything you know, your friends, your family, your language, your culture, and you're just diving headfirst into something totally new. That is a massive step outside of that safe, comfortable space we were just talking about.
Now, I bet this next one is going to feel super familiar to a lot of you. See, it's not always about one single big decision. Sometimes it's a daily act of courage. Every single time you start a conversation, or ask a question, or just share your opinion in English, you are actively stepping out of your comfort zone. It's such a powerful way to grow, day by day.
And you know what? This idea fits perfectly with professional goals, too. Imagine you want to be a leader or a teacher. Well, the comfort zone might just be, sharing information. But to step out of that means taking on the challenge of actually inspiring people, of being a role model. And wow, that takes a whole different level of guts and confidence, doesn't it?
And look, it's not always about these huge adventures or career moves. Growth can happen right where you are. For instance, living in a house with people from different backgrounds. That totally challenges your own habits and how you see things, right? It forces you to really listen, to learn, and to start appreciating traditions that aren't your own. It's all about expanding your world.
Okay, so you've totally got the meaning down. Now let's make sure you can say it with real confidence. We're going to break down the pronunciation so you can use this phrase and sound like you've been saying it forever.
All right, time to practice. Listen closely and then say it with me. I want to step out of my comfort zone. Let's try that again. I want to step out of my comfort zone. Did you hear that? The stress is on that first part, comfort. And really listen for that long O sound in zone. Zone. Okay, now let's try it in a full sentence. Ready? Speaking English every day requires me to step out of my comfort zone because we only truly grow when we are willing. Awesome. Just practice that a few times to really get the flow and rhythm down.
Okay, so now you can say it like a pro. So, when are the perfect times to actually use it? How can you use this phrase to talk about what's going on in your own life?
This phrase is super useful. You can use it when you're talking about those big life changes, like studying abroad, just like we saw. But you can also use it for learning any new skill, whether it's coding or even just learning to cook something new. It's absolutely perfect for describing the challenge of, say, public speaking, or taking on a new leadership role at work, or embracing new cultures. Really, it's the best way to talk about any time you're pushing yourself to grow as a person. So you see, this isn't just about learning a new phrase, it's about actually living it. So I'm going to leave you with a challenge, a question to think about. How will you step out of your comfort zone this week? It could be something small, like trying a new food, or starting a conversation in English with a stranger, or maybe signing up for that class you've been thinking about. What's the one thing you're going to do? Because remember, real growth, it always begins right at the edge of your comfort zone.